All right, welcome. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're taking a biology pop quiz and turning it into a super high-speed tour of one of the most incredible pieces of engineering you'll ever see, your circulatory system. I mean, think about it. It's your body's ultimate delivery service, and it never ever stops. So, you think you know your stuff? Let's dive in and find out.
So first things first, just how well do you know this super highway running through you right now? We're talking about a network so massive, so complex, that if you stretched it all out end to end, it would wrap around the Earth more than twice. That's insane! This is way more than just simple plumbing. It's this incredibly smart, dynamic system that's keeping you going every single second. So let's start to break it down.
And where else would we begin but with the very substance that makes the whole system work, blood. It's so much more than just a red liquid, you know? It's this complex, life-giving river, carrying everything from oxygen and fuel to your body's own personal army.
Okay, let's kick things off with a quiz question. We all hear about red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, but what about the liquid part that they're all just floating around in? This watery stuff actually makes up more than half of your blood's total volume. Any ideas?
And the answer is plasma. If you got that, give yourself a pat on the back. Seriously, plasma is the unsung hero of your blood. The red cells get all the glory for carrying oxygen, but plasma is the real workhorse. It's the delivery truck for literally everything else. The glucose that fuels your cells, the hormones that act as messengers. It even hauls away the trash, like urea.
All right, so let's get to blood's most famous job, carrying oxygen. Every single cell in your body is screaming for it, 24/7. So there's this one specific molecule, a special protein, that's just jam-packed into your red blood cells. It's perfectly designed for this one mission. So the question is, what is it, and where is its crucial pickup point?
That special molecule is hemoglobin. It's amazing. As your blood rushes through these tiny capillaries in your lungs, hemoglobin molecules literally grab onto oxygen atoms. And here's a cool little tidbit for you. That's what gives oxygen-rich blood that bright, vibrant red color. It's the hemoglobin lighting up.
But you know, blood isn't just about deliveries. It's also your personal repair crew. Think about it. When you get a cut, you don't just keep leaking forever. And why is that? It's because of these little guys right here, the platelets. They are the absolute first responders. They swarm to the site of an injury, form a plug, and kickstart the whole clotting process. Pretty incredible.
Okay, so we've got the river of life. Now we need the engine to push it all around. And of course, we're talking about the heart, a relentless, powerful muscle that beats over 100,000 times a day.
Now, your heart has 4 chambers, but they are not all doing the same amount of work, not even close. Your heart is basically 2 pumps sitting side by side. One pump sends blood just next door to the lungs. The other one has to send it all the way down to your toes and back. So it just makes sense that one of those jobs would need a lot more muscle, right? Which chamber do you think is doing the heavy lifting?
And the powerhouse, the undisputed champion, is C, the left ventricle. What I love about this diagram is you can literally see the difference. Look at how much thicker that muscle wall is. It has to be, because it needs to generate a massive amount of pressure to force that freshly oxygenated blood out to every single part of your body.
And this chart just lays it all out, plain and simple. The left ventricle is number 1, the thickest by far. The right ventricle, which only has to pump blood to the lungs, is a respectable number 2. And the atria, the 2 chambers up top, well, they've got the thinnest walls because their job is pretty easy. Just give the blood a little push down into the ventricles right below them.
So this all leads us to a really cool and super important idea. We humans, like all mammals, have what's called a double circulatory system. Now, that might sound complicated, but it's actually an incredibly smart and efficient design. Any idea what it actually means? Here's the key. It's all about efficiency. The blood passes through the heart twice for every one full trip around the body. Think about it. Deoxygenated blood comes into the right side of the heart, gets 1 pump to the lungs. Then it comes back to the left side of the heart to get a second, much more powerful pump from that beefy left ventricle before heading out to the rest of the body. 2 loops, 2 pumps. It's a brilliant system.
All right, let's try to put this all together now. A single heartbeat isn't just one big squeeze. It's a perfectly coordinated sequence. So looking at these 4 stages, can you figure out the right order? Let's say we start with P, where the atria at the top are contracting. What do you think comes next? It's like a little biological puzzle.
Did you get it? The correct sequence is P, then R, then S, and finally Q. First, the atria squeeze blood down into the ventricles. Then, bam! The powerful ventricles contract, forcing blood out to the lungs and body.
After that, everything relaxes for just a fraction of a second before the whole cycle starts over again. It's a perfect rhythmic dance.
Okay, so the heart's providing the power, but where's all this blood going? It's traveling through that massive network of vessels we talked about, the arteries, veins, and capillaries that make up the body's highways.
Now, pushing blood away from the heart with all that pressure is one thing, but getting it back, especially from your legs, that's a real fight against gravity, and the pressure is super low by then. So how does your body stop all that blood from just pooling down in your feet? Well, it has a brilliant piece of biological engineering.
The secret is valves. Your veins are full of these amazing one-way flaps. Every time you walk or move, your leg muscles squeeze the veins around them, which pushes the blood upward. The valve opens to let the blood pass through, and then, snap! It shuts so the blood can't fall back down. It's so simple, but so effective.
So if you put them side by side, the differences are crystal clear. Arteries carry high-pressure blood away from the heart, so they need to have thick, strong muscular walls. Veins carry low-pressure blood back to the heart so they can have thinner walls, but they absolutely need those clever one-way valves. It's a perfect case of form following function.
So we've toured this incredible system. We've seen how it all works. Now let's talk about maybe the most important part. How do we take care of it? Because keeping the system running smoothly is, well, kind of crucial for a long, healthy life.
Coronary heart disease is a huge problem. It's what happens when the arteries that feed the heart muscle itself get blocked. But here's the good news. So much of the risk is preventable. It's in our hands. So what do you think is one of the single most effective things you can do to keep your heart healthy?
If you said exercise, you're absolutely right. Controlled exercise is key. Just like any other muscle, your heart gets stronger and more efficient with a good workout. Of course, a balanced diet is also a huge factor in preventing those fatty blockages from building up in the first place. And for some people, a doctor might recommend something like a low-dose aspirin, which can help by making the blood a little less sticky, reducing the chance of dangerous clots.
So let's just end on this thought. Over 100,000 beats. 2,000 gallons of blood, that's the workload your heart handles every single day. With no breaks, no holidays, it is an absolute marathon runner. So after everything we've just covered, what's one choice, just one, that you can make today to help it out on its incredible journey? Maybe it's taking the stairs or choosing a healthier lunch. Think about it. Thanks so much for joining me.